John, thanks for joining us here in the main stand. We've got a locked media room, so it's different surroundings today. I'm going to start by looking forward to Saturday's fixture. It's a mouthful this, the Tunnock's Carmel Wafer Cup game against Falkirk. Is it useful to have a break from league football, or is it a bit of a distraction?
I try to cut that name just to the Challenge Cup, to be fair. It makes it a bit easier. No, I think it's damned if you do and damned if you don't, because if you have a break, you end up, you didn't play well in your next game after the break, and you think because you didn't have a game, you were a bit sort of, no sharp. So the one thing about that is we have got a game, it keeps us playing, it keeps the momentum, it keeps the players, getting 90 minutes, and it keeps them right on top of it. So when we go in to play Peterhead, we can't have the complaint that we were caught a little bit short, by not having a game that week. So it's nice probably that it's away from the league, even though the league's just started. It's a cup competition, which we did well to get through against Ross County Colts, and now we have a nice mouth-watering game against fellow League One Falkirk. So I hope that it does kind of attract a decent crowd. It's not really caught the imagination of the fans really, this Challenge Cup, but I'm hoping that Falkirk normally bring a good travelling support. Falkirk are a lot of people's big favourites for the league, and it's still very early, so it's been shown that they've not exactly running away with things yet, so it's a good game to look forward to.
Is it useful to see Falkirk close up, or will you and Ray maybe keeping your league cards close to your chest?
I would imagine there might be one or two be changing each other's side, but I think we'll probably learn from the game. I think both managers, backroom staffs, players will probably learn a little bit about each other. The question it normally is it going to have an influence on the league? And of course it won't, because every single game is different, but there's no doubt that we will probably learn a wee bit about them, and they'll probably learn a wee bit about us, so it will have some kind of effect going forward, probably.
We'll likely see some game time for some of the lads that have been starting on the bench and such.
Yeah, as we know, we don't have a massive squad, and Jamie McGlynn played for Hibs in the last round, so he's cup tied and he can't play, and obviously Ross Matthews is going to be out for some time, so we'll be forced into changes anyway, so there will be one or two changes by just naturally happening, but for what I've just mentioned. So yeah, there will be one or two changes.
In terms of Ross Matthews, you mentioned there, I think we saw that it was serious when he went off on the stretcher, but I don't think any of the fans realised just how serious it was. Could you update us on where he's at and what his next steps are?
Yeah, it's a nasty injury, broken cheekbone and fracture to the eye socket, yeah. So he went immediately to the hospital and he got a CT scan. Fortunately enough, there's no sort of other damage, which there might well have been, so it's bad enough. It's a bad injury that he has. Marcel and Paul visited him at home on the Sunday, got home on the Saturday night, visited him the Sunday. He was back into the Victoria yesterday, and he will go through an operation a week today. There's a lot of swelling, so they want the swelling to get down before they do this, and so that is why it's going to be a week today, and you're looking at a minimum of 6 weeks post-match, so that's a minimum, so it's anything upwards of 6 weeks after before he will be back. So it's a blow for Ross. He had a great end to the season, he's had a great start to the season, his energy levels are just magnificent, he gets up and down the pitch so well, he's an enthusiastic boy, he's a good player, he's hard tackling midfield player who gets box to box, and he'll be missed. There's absolutely no doubt he'll be missed. But from everyone, we wish him well, for the operation in a week's time, and he'll not be long in getting back into here after that, and get back into training, and obviously he'll be doing a lot of non-contact stuff before he can get back in. So we wish him well.
The question that Neil, who normally does these interviews, always asks, I always think it's a bit like an advent calendar where every week he ticks down another week to say, so Tony and Louis, how are we doing, where are we getting? That bit closer?
Very, yeah. Louis is not far away now at all. Tony's slightly behind Louis, but not a lot behind him. And Joe Victoria is closer to getting back, so they're not back yet, but they're certainly getting closer. And again, without sounding like broken down record player or getting the violins out. You know, from my point of view, you're just getting them back, and then we lose Ross Matthews. You know, and never ever seem to get full strength squad to choose from. You know, you're just thinking, you know, that's good. You know, they're no far away now, and then Saturday they want to Ross. So it's you know, it's what it is, and we get on with things as we do. You know, but it certainly doesn't help. But yeah, the good news is that Lewis has been flying and training. He's been back in the training now for a couple of weeks, and we've not got too much longer to wait. But it'll certainly, you know, you'll not make Saturday, but we're hoping the following.
Exciting stuff. We noticed that the transfer window slammed shut as it's supposed to do, but there's no £1 million signings. Was that, did somebody just evade you?
Yeah, that'd be nice. It would be nice. Of course, it'd be nice. And you know, we've had the squad that we've got, and you know, as a manager, you get the budget to work with, and we've spent that budget, and you know, when you look at the Bury situation and the Bolton situation, we can't, you know, unfortunately, you would rather have a football club to support than the one that's not, that ends up in, you know, a lot of debt, and at some point going, you know, out the league. So we've got to be very careful. Everyone will want every player, and to be honest with you, I could fill the stand with football players. You know, I could fill the stand with football players, but there's no point having too many, and we don't have the money for them. You know, so there's plenty of players going around. There's absolutely plenty of players going around, but unfortunately, you know, we don't have, you know, the millions of pounds that would be needed to pay them all.
Meantime, it's back here on Saturday, and the guys who are here have got to make their mark.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, exactly. As I say, we've got a couple of players going to be missing, and John McGlynn and Ross Matthews. But it's an opportunity for others to come in and stake their claim for a jersey, and you know, show the fans what they can do.
We'll look forward to chatting you after the game on Saturday, John.
Cheers, David.